Hello, everybody. This is Ian Hardy, President of Optima Juris, the International Deposition Agency. I'm coming to you live from lovely Scottsdale, Arizona. It's gotten a little bit dark outside, so I've moved inside to recap the latest events here. I am covering STARcon16. It's the national event put on by the STAR Association, the Society for Technological Advancement of Reporting. And we have had a big day today with a lot of sessions. I just got out of the STAR Talks, which is a collection of small presentations, about 15 minutes each, put on by industry leaders, by renowned reporters and firm owners. And these talks contain a lot of really useful nuggets of knowledge, useful things to know, both for court reporters as well as for anybody in the legal profession, and pretty much any human being as well. We had some amazing speakers, among them Lisa Knight, Rosalie Cram, Christine Randall, and Jan Schmidt. There was a big emphasis at this conference and at this particular session on health, the importance of being healthy in many different ways, both physically, emotionally, as well as mentally, and how that can really contribute to success, both as a reporter and as a human being. Some of the topics that were covered were the importance of good posture. There was a lot of discussion about power positions, power postures, where the way that your body is actually positioned and the way that you hold yourself can actually lead physiologically to more confidence and a feeling of more power throughout the day. And that's certainly important for court reporters. Sorry, we had a little bit of a break in the connection. That's what happens when we're live. Again, it's Ian Hardy, President of Optima Juris, the International Deposition Agency. We are here in Scottsdale, Arizona, covering the STARcon16 conference. This is the preeminent reporting conference, national, put on by STAR. And I was giving a recap of the most recent session, which are the STAR Talks. I was talking about power postures, which was a topic that was brought up, and the way that you hold your body can actually make you feel more confident. And this is very important, particularly for reporters. When the attorneys in the room get adversarial, they start talking over one another, there's no way to have a clean record. As a reporter, you're the guardian of the record, and it is extremely important to sometimes act as the referee or the umpire. It's important to be confident, to get respect, to keep the deposition under control, because as we all know, if the court reporter doesn't do it, nobody will. The court reporter really runs the show. And one way that you can get the confidence needed to stand up to some of these attorneys, not really stand up, but to manage the process so that everybody gets what they want, which is a clean record, is to practice power postures. And not necessarily to do it in the deposition room, but to maybe in the morning when you wake up, take on a powerful posture. Think Superman, think Wonder Woman, and you will find gradually over time it will make you feel more powerful and confident as a person. That's one of the really interesting insights that came up today. Also very important is posture in general, particularly for reporters when you're writing. That can make a big difference. It can save your back and it can make your work a lot better. Remember to rest when there are breaks in the dialogue, to let your hands drop, your arms drop, to relax your wrists. It's very important to eat well, drink lots of water, but maybe not right before a long deposition, unless they're going to have breaks pretty soon. But in general, to drink a lot of water keeps you healthy, and in general, to take a look at your diet and make sure that it's contributing as much as possible to your happiness as well as to your professional success. We talked about, we heard about from the speakers managing difficult emotions, managing things like stress, worry, how you can turn those around and actually make them positive and make them good for you. And then also a very important topic, and one that's near and dear to my heart, is the importance of volunteering. We have Christine Randall, who is a huge volunteer in the court reporting community. She works very, very hard, both professionally as well as in non-professional volunteer and charitable organizations. And she gave us some good tips on how to make sure that the volunteer job that you pick is right for you. To know when to say no, to know how to say no if it's not the right fit. But if it is a good fit, you get return on investment. She listed 10 very important ways that volunteering can be helpful, can create ROI, can create more success, more happiness for you. And the most important and one that I will really take home with me is when you volunteer, you make strong and lasting friendships. And that is invaluable. That is something that is so hard, especially in today's world where you're pretty much working with the same people on a daily basis. Sometimes it's hard to get out there and make new friends. And when you volunteer and you share a passion and you share something that you really care about with a group of people, and if you go through difficult work, adversarial situations, volunteering is not always easy. When you do that together with people, that forges a very strong bond, friendships that will last a lifetime. So I really appreciated that insight. I'd like to say thank you to all the speakers at this most recent session. Now the fun starts. It's evening. There's going to be a dinner, which I'm a little bit late to. I'm going to run off to right now, put on by our sponsors. And I'd like to give a shout out to them and say thank you very much for a wonderful first day. And then after that, cocktail and networking. So I'm going to continue to be providing live coverage of STARcon16. You might hear from me a little bit later, and I'm going to be here for Friday and Saturday to cover the continuation of the show. As I mentioned before, if any of you who are not able to attend have a question that they'd like me to ask, something they're curious about, something they'd like me to ask the STAR organizers or just people at the conference, please let us know. The very best question will, the person who asks the very best question will receive a $25 Starbucks card. That's a lot of free coffee, very useful. And we are really interested in hearing from you. Send us a shout out, send us a tweet, reach out to us. Let us know what you would like us to ask, what you're curious about, and we'll take care of it for you. And you might just win a free Starbucks card. All right, guys, I'm going to head off to dinner. I'll let you know how everything goes. Again, I'm Ian Hardy, president of Optima Juris, the international deposition agency, here at STARcon16 in Scottsdale, having a great time. And I'd like to thank you for following, and stay tuned for more up-to-date and live coverage. Thank you.